Imagine getting a small cut on your hand. Not a deep wound, not a serious injury, just a small cut. Today, you would probably wash it, put some antiseptic on it, cover it with a bandage, and forget about it. But thousands of years ago, that same cut could become the beginning of something much worse. Because there were no antibiotics, no pharmacies, no emergency rooms, no surgeons waiting nearby, and no guarantee that your body would win the fight. So how did ancient humans survive? How did our ancestors make it through injuries, infections, diseases, childbirth, broken bones, and all the other things that modern medicine protects us from? The answer is more complicated than you might think, because ancient humans weren't simply surviving through luck. They had something else. They had knowledge. Knowledge built from thousands of years of observation. Imagine an ancient human noticing something strange. An animal gets injured, walks away, and later returns looking healthier. Or perhaps someone in the group eats a particular plant, and their stomach pain gets better. Another plant makes someone violently sick. Another one helps stop bleeding. There were no textbooks explaining why, no scientists writing down chemical compounds. People simply watched. They remembered. And they passed that knowledge to others, generation after generation. This meant that ancient humans were slowly building a giant library of survival knowledge without ever writing a single word. Long before modern pharmacies existed, nature was the pharmacy. Ancient humans used plants for many different purposes. Some plants could reduce pain. Some could help with inflammation. Some could be used on wounds. Some had compounds that affected digestion or infection. And humans weren't the only animals doing this. Even today, scientists have observed animals deliberately consuming certain plants when they are sick or injured. But there was a major difference. Ancient humans didn't understand chemistry. They didn't know what an active compound was. They only knew something seemed to work. Imagine discovering that one particular leaf helped with pain. You wouldn't know why. You would simply remember, this leaf helps. That simple observation could become valuable knowledge for an entire group. But plants weren't enough. One of the biggest advantages ancient humans had was each other. If you were injured alone in the wilderness, your chances could drop dramatically. But if you belonged to a group, someone could help you. Someone could bring you food. Someone could clean your wound. Someone could protect you while you slept. Someone could help you walk. And if you were too weak to hunt, someone else could hunt for you. This may have been one of the most important reasons humans survived. Our ancestors weren't designed to survive completely alone. They survived as groups. And that meant an injured person didn't automatically become a dead person. The group could temporarily carry the burden. But infection was the real nightmare. Broken bones were dangerous. Predators were dangerous. Severe bleeding was dangerous. But perhaps one of the most terrifying threats was infection. Today, if bacteria enter a wound, we have antibiotics. Ancient humans didn't. A wound could become swollen, hot, painful. Then the person could develop a fever. And if the infection spread through the body, there might be very little anyone could do. This is one reason wounds were so dangerous in the ancient world. The danger wasn't always the injury itself. Sometimes, the real danger came days later. And yet humans developed behaviors that could reduce some of these risks. Cleaning wounds, removing damaged tissue, using certain plants or substances, keeping injuries protected, avoiding unnecessary exposure. None of this was modern medicine, but it was still practical medical knowledge. There's another uncomfortable part of the story. Ancient humans survived, partly because not everyone did. This is important. Modern medicine allows many people to survive conditions that would once have been fatal. But before modern medicine, serious diseases and injuries could remove people from the population. Over countless generations, natural selection favored traits that improved survival. Stronger immune responses, better wound healing, resistance to certain diseases, and other biological traits that helped humans survive their environment. But this does not mean ancient humans were naturally immune to disease. They weren't. They got sick. They died from infections. They suffered from parasites. They broke bones. They experienced severe pain. And many died young. The fact that humans survived doesn't mean life was easy. It means enough people survived long enough to keep the population going. And then there was childhood. A modern child gets sick, and parents can call a doctor. They can get medicine. They can go to a hospital. Ancient parents had none of that. Childhood diseases, cool.